Good morning, traders. It's currently 5:49 a.m. Today is Tuesday, February 24th. So my current account is at $400. I had some positions running on gold. Okay. So I closed them this morning. As you can see, my Friday positions were down here. I entered this on the 5 minutes time frame. We move back to the left. Okay, you can see that I entered here on this candle on the 5 minutes. Once this candle, I had some positions here, but the market took me out. I had already broken even, so the market, due to the slippage, it took me out with a small loss. And then the market started going up. When I saw this is when I got in. So the market started flying. It went up, it went up, it went up. And until today, I received directions from God because I just never trade to trade. I usually take instructions according to how God tells me to do things, then I do it. So when I saw this, I had the voice of God inside me, inside my heart, telling me, "Hey, get out, and then you'll find another opportunity." I was still targeting 5,600. I still believe that the market will continue going up, but I just had to close first. Okay. I had other positions up here, and I still believe the market will eventually come down. I know there are people who have bought from this order block, but this is a trap because we will still have an imbalance down here and another order block here. There is nothing below it for price to reach, but these are equal lows, easy liquidity. So price can easily come below here, tap into this level, and then move. So that's why I have not taken any kind of trades. But also, one other thing, we are still bullish, so I'm not really expecting any sells. The market is still bullish from this low all the way up to this high. Okay, so this is our range from this low to this high. So the market can still do whatever it wants to do in between here before we start moving up again. But also another thing, I know that above this level, if I am to buy above this level, this is the indication, okay, then I need to see some kind of market structure form. This is not enough for me. If the market won't come all the way down here, then I will need to see some kind of maybe a push up. Okay, let's make this blue. Let's go to properties. Let's make this one blue. Okay, so I want to see the market go up, and then I want to see it come down, create maybe some kind of high low above this level, and then the next part would be for the market to continue pushing. Oh, sorry about that. And then the next part will be to see the market continue pushing to the upside, just like so. Okay, so this is what I am waiting for. Other than that, I will never accept anything different. So until I see this thing happen, maybe the market give me some kind of lower high, because this will still be the higher that is lower than this, and then another higher low, because this low will be higher than this low. Then when it happens above this level, then I'll be willing to take my buy. So maybe during the New York session, or later on during the London session. But since my account right now is at $400, that means I can now start risking $40 per position, which is like 10% of my account. Because I had a plan when the account was at $200 that I would increase the risk on my trades once the account gets to 400 or 500. But since it's already at 400, I can start using $40 per trade. So this is what I'm waiting for on gold. My target is still 5,600, the all-time highs on the daily time frame. These all-time highs here. Let me remove this a lot. Okay, still the all-time highs. Can just go and put it like this. Think this will, let me make this gray. Gray. Okay, that gray will do. Okay. Sorry. Properties. I want to put in the number 5,600. 5,600. So that's what I'm targeting. Okay, that's what I'm targeting. Let me take out this trade history thing. Okay, so yeah, that's my setup, but I'll be waiting for that to happen on the 15 minutes time frame. So anyway, let us go now onto Bitcoin, which is like the other pair that I usually love trading. So onto Bitcoin, we have two levels. Let me first clean everything up. Or let me just leave it here. But anyway, if we start from the 4-hour, you can see that the market is at some kind of a support. We also still have this low down here. So if the market doesn't go past this low, then there is a very high chance that this level can act like some kind of a higher low, because this low will still be higher than this. But if the market comes down here, I can wait to see some kind of reaction. If the market breaks below here, then we will be selling all the way down to 50K. Okay, but if that doesn't happen, then we can have a very short-term buy, maybe even to these areas up here. There is an order block here before the market drops. So that is why I went on to the 1-hour, and that's when I found this level. So this is an area where we can see buyers, because once price got here, we can see buyers push price up. This time again, they rejected, but every time that they come here, looks like their reaction power or their pressure kind of decreases. So we also still have candles here. We also have wick rejections. So I'm just waiting to see what the market will do. So we are in kind of a no trade zone. Why? Because the market is not really breaking the lows, and it's not also breaking the highs. So when I say we're in the middle of a no trade zone, we're in like this consolidation. So either price breaks the lows and closes, or breaks the highs and closes, and then we will know, all right, it is time for us to start looking for the trades. So this is how my setup will be. Okay, so if price breaks above the highs, I will need to wait. I will need to see something like this. Either we break above, okay, and then the market comes back, creates some kind of a low, maybe a higher low, yeah. And then after that, I need to see the market pushing up all the way up. And this here can be my target, okay? So if this happens, then this is what I will expect. But if the market breaks the lows and closes below, then I'll need to see something like this, okay? And then the market comes back, maybe inside the zone, okay? But for this to happen, I'll need to see some kind of volume, real volume, and then for the market to push all the way down, which means it will continue this overall trend, which it was already doing. As you can see, the lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So yeah, so these are the two things that I'm looking for, but I'm not really biased, because I never come into the market expecting that I want the market to do this. I usually observe. If the market is showing that it's showing me that it's going up, I'll be buying. If it's showing me that it is going down, I'll be selling. Whichever direction the market chooses, that's the direction I'll go with. A lot of people try to predict the market, that, okay, I want it to go up, I want it to do this, I want it to do that. But I just look at the market and see, what is it telling me? Is it consolidating, which it is right now, or is it moving? If it's moving, that's the direction I'll trade for the day. If it's trending, even better. That's the trend that I will catch. Because let's say you're trading prop firms and the market is already trending bearish. Instead of you trying to predict every move, trying to catch the highs and trying to buy the lows, you can just find which direction the market is pushing. Let's say maybe here it was already pushing down. So you wait for this to be over. And then once the market is starting to trend, you get in maybe somewhere here. And then you ride this thing all the way down. Okay, you can enter one position here. Once the market pulls back, maybe during the New York session, you enter another one here. So this makes it easy for you to pass challenges with a lot of ease, because you can risk 1% here. By the time price is already here, you have already broken even on this, and then you enter another position. You're still risking 1% though. Your stop loss above the high. Then once price starts moving down, maybe once it gets here, you've already broken even. So your first position, it's stop loss, and the stop loss of the second position are all at the same place. That way, even if price comes and takes you out, you'll still make profit from this distance, the first entry. But if it doesn't, if it continues moving down, then that's an easy way for you to pass these challenges with ease. Just remember, you need to stop over trading. Too many trades will get you to hit the daily drawdown. All right. Yeah, so that's what I'm waiting for, guys. I'll keep on updating you guys if I take a trade. I'll also start sharing more on my YouTube shorts. I usually share more on my TikTok stories, but I'll also start sharing my trades on my YouTube shorts. With that said, thank you all for watching. The prop firm that I use is in the description of this video if you want to go and check it out. And if you have found value in this video, drop a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, and I'll see you guys on another one. Goodbye for now.